Well, before we really get into cats,
Right.
First, I need to tell you about my 2020 sale. It's $20 in 2020. The Drawn to Life calendar is now on sale at danikaxix.bigcartel.com. And if you want a signed version, it's 20 plus 20, so it's $40. But if you're a patron, there's a $5 off discount for you. So yeah, so check it out. We got this is what we're gonna be hanging out with in January. You're gonna hang out with Rachel in January. And then you got like the peacock in February. Let me show you Dan. Dan made it in. I'm really excited about him. I'm like so pumped that Dirtbag Dan made it in October. What a handsome man. Wow. I'm so excited. Dan, you're going to be seeing a lot more of this guy this year. So get ready for this shit. All right? You guys are going to hate it. It's going to be hilarious. So yeah, check it out. Get a calendar. You need one. It's the beginning of the year. 2020 sale. You know? All right. So let's see here. Let's get to it. So we got cats. Hold on, wrong one. We got cats. There it is. Okay, so
what does it say? You will believe.
You will believe. Cats is okay. I'm gonna try. What is Cats? Cats is about a movie. It's about cats, and they want to die. They don't like their life, and they want to fucking be sacrificed and go off in a UFO hot air balloon so that they can start over in another dimension or another, I don't know. But some old bitch cat has to pick the cat who's going to get to have a new cool life. And so you have all these dickhead cats vying for being the Jellicle cat. It's called being the Jellicle cat. And so if you're chosen to be the Jellicle cat, you get to fuck off. And so all these cats are all doing their best to convince, what's her face? What's her name?
Deuteronomy.
I know Deuteronomy. What's her name? Her actual actress.
Judi Dench.
Yeah, they're trying to convince Judi Dench dressed up like a cat to pick them. To go die, I guess, and then live another life that's like way better or something. And so they're all showing off their best little things and singing about how they're so badass and all their shit. And you see it all through the eyes of a new cat who just got abandoned in the junkyard. And she's all like, oh. And then there's this dickhead cat who's trying to win, but he's a cheat. And his name is something, I don't remember. And then he doesn't get it. And then that's it. And then somebody else gets it.
Right.
And then Jennifer Hudson gets it because she's like...
Because she's the one that they want to get rid of, I guess.
Well, yeah, because they all hated her. I mean, they all hated her. And like, you don't even know why they hate her. Like, you don't know why they hate her. And her song's the only song that I remember from anything that I've ever heard before from Cats. The songs in Cats are terrible. Let's look at some of the Cats real quick. Like, oh my God, Idris Elba without the coat. James Corden. Did you see that Mickey Gervais Golden Globes thing where he was like, the world got to see James Corden as a fat pussy? It was really funny. I laughed really hard at that one. I was like, oh, got him. Yeah, they're on green screen. There's Sir Ian McKellen looking like a nightmare. Like, oh my God. And Sir Ian McKellen looked the worst. Like, he was like really scary. Like,
He just sort of made like old man noises, like too. Like there were parts when he wasn't even speaking. It was just like like that. Like there was like a big like close up of him and he's like,
I know.
You think he's gonna say something?
I laughed really loud when he did that. I was
because it was so weird. It was like he tried to talk and then like nothing came out and they left it in. It was really
so weird. Fucked, dude. That movie is so fucked. Like, okay, so. Here's the hands. You were catching the hands. The hands are sometimes they're hairy, sometimes they're human hands. Mm-hmm. Judi Dench still has her fucking wedding ring on.
Yeah, she did.
She doesn't even care. Judi Dench has her fucking wedding ring on. She doesn't even fucking. They didn't even tell her to take her wedding ring off. It's like whatever.
Unless that cat was supposed to be married.
I don't think any of those cats were married. They were in a very polyamorous relationship, which it makes you so uncomfortable the way the cats interact with each other. Like, because they're, like, trying to be, like, you know how cats give you, like, head boops and they rub their face against you because they're trying to get their scent glands on you to mark you as their territory. And so they have all these human cat people that are, like, doing that to each other. Mm-hmm. But it's so intimate when you see two humans doing that. It's like humans who are, like, fucking do that. Sure. Like, people who aren't fucking don't do that. But they're all doing that to each other, and then you're, like, it makes you uncomfortable because you're like, wait, are they all, are they just friends or what? Like, I don't know, you know, it's just like really weird. Really weird. The thing about this, like, you had seen this before, or you'd never seen
As
bits
a
and
kid,
pieces?
I mean, I remember seeing, like, it as a kid, but I don't remember it. I think I probably fell asleep in that, too.
Probably.
So this was like a double feature for me of things that I typically fall asleep during, I guess, is musicals or...
Yeah,
and,
right.
You know?
As you should, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't remember it. But watching it again, it's almost like it's not done. It's sort of just like ideas.
I know, it's like this half-baked cake that's like all soggy in the middle.
But it's like, that's fine for like a musical, but it's like you would think if they were going to make it into a movie, they would have like finished the story out.
Right.
Or like connected the dots a little bit better, but they didn't. They just did the Broadway thing.
Right.
Which was fine, but it's like, really, I don't remember any of the songs.
No.
And even like that main one that everybody says they know, I only know the one part. I only know the memories.
Yeah,
I don't know anything else. I don't know any other words.
Yeah, no, that's,
You know?
that's it. Yeah, yeah, it was just, that one song at the end, I was like really confused about, because it was like...
Cats are not dogs.
The cats are not dogs? It was like the last song.
Well, that was the question they were trying to answer the whole movie.
Was it? I mean, because that's what I like, there hasn't even been a dog in this film. Like, I don't even remember there being a dog in this film. There were cockroaches. There were mice.
Those were so bad.
Those were terrifying.
Really
and then
bad.
Rebel Wilson eating them. Whoa, that was weird. That was fucking weird, dude. And then, like, how, like, the proportions were all weird. Where, like, you caught it, where at one moment, like, the bread is as big as she is in the kitchen. But then the next time, she puts her hand on the bread. And it's like, wait, is the bread as big as she is? Or is the bread, how fucking big is she? And, like, the thing is, too, that's really weird about cats. For some reason, I just assumed they would all be normal-sized. And then in the movie, they're all, like, 2 feet tall, you know?
The scale changed the whole time.
And then, like, but the scale changes the whole time. And, like, there's this one part where, like, they leave this one place, and they go to this railway for the railway cat who's doing his little fucking song. And they're walking along the railroad. And, like, all of a sudden now they're like this big.
Yeah, like they're as big
They're
as
like
that light.
this fucking big. Yeah. And you're like, what? Like, they're supposed to be like this big. Like, what the fuck is happening? Like, they don't know. Like, they did not fucking know what the fuck.
Well, you know what I did? Like, and then the Idris Elba, that cat had more power than anybody.
Right.
So it's like, why did he
want to
Why didn't he just teleport himself there? Or why did he want to go anyway?
Why did he want to go anyway?
And was Mr. Mistopheles trying to get it? Was he trying to be the taster's choice?
And weren't they all supposed
or
to...
the
They're
Jellicle
all...
choice?
I mean...
Was he trying to get it?
He should have been.
Yeah, because he brought her back.
Because if he saved the lady, but then again, it's ambiguous if he even saved her, because she just pops out of nowhere, and it's like, well, wait, did she just get back from somewhere, or did he actually magic her back? The magical Mr. Mistopheles. Did that happen? Did it not?
She said that because she was grateful, I think.
Yeah. Wait, they have powers. Yes, some of them have powers, and they can teleport others. This shit makes no sense. Okay? Let me tell you. I love cats. You guys know me. I love cats. I'm a big fan of cats. I've had cats my whole life. Cat lady, confirmed. Okay? I've never wanted to see this. I've always seen it growing up. I've always been like, God, that looks awful. It looks embarrassing to me. Like, I'm embarrassed as someone who loves cats looking at what cat, like, thinking, what is this supposed to be? And I remember, like, trying to, like a couple years ago, I was on Wikipedia, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna look up cats, and I'm gonna see what the fuck this is about, because I need to know what this is about. And I read the plot, and I was like, what the fuck is this? This makes no sense. And I was reading about, like, how they developed it, and it just sounded to me like Andrew Lloyd Webber and a bunch of his weird theater friends all did a bunch of fucking drugs and came up with this crazy fucking idea in the fucking 80s. And then everybody was on coke in the 80s, so they all thought, wow, this is great. And everybody loved it, and somehow it became some lightning in a bottle situation that just worked. But now, being 30, 40 years removed from coke like that, it's just like, it doesn't, I'm like, what is this? This makes no fucking sense, dude. This is embarrassing to cats. This is embarrassing to me as a cat lady. I don't like it. So.
I think there's a good story in there. Well, you can make a good story out of anything, but it's
Yeah.
like you could take, you know, a story about if they just did it like and made them like Pixar cats, like if it was just like a movie,
Right.
and just did it regular animated movie style with cats, and then like, you know, Pixar Disney songs,
Yeah.
and then just told a story about, I don't know, the magic cat trying
Right.
to feel special, and then at the end he saves the lady, so he's special.
Right.
I don't know what they do about where they send the other one up and I guess they killed her.
Yeah, you die and you go, you
they
live
kill
another
her?
life. Yeah.
Like,
You die up
okay,
there,
so
you go so high that you can't breathe anymore. In the air, in the balloon.
Well, I
you
mean-
go so high that the air gets so thin that you just suffocate and die.
Well, I mean, you know, when she went off, it was like, oh, good, fine, get her out of here. Because, I mean, she was just sort of going through, bringing the mood. Every time that, you
She's
know
such
what I
a
mean?
downer. I can see why all the other cats hated her, honestly. Grisabella or whatever the fuck her name was. Like, yeah, she was a fucking bummer. She's crying about her past. It's like, at least you had a good past, bitch. You know? Like, shut the fuck up. You still have a fur coat on. Shut the fuck up.
What's weird is, like,
fuck?
well, how did she get like that? How come, like...
And, like,
is that white one, is she, like, the next Grisabella? Like, one day they're going to fucking turn on her because
I
she
don't
gets
know, dude. I don't know.
Because they said Grisabella was the glamour cat. And
Yeah,
now
she used
she's
to be the
old.
glamour cat.
So now she's old,
And
so
now-
they don't like her.
And now she's like...
But the white one was like
But
the new glamour one.
I
'cause they were all about her.
thought that meant that like she used to have a glamorous life and live with rich people, and then she
Oh.
got kicked out or they died or something, and then she got turned out on the street,
Well, she-
and now she's a pauper.
Okay.
That's what I took it as. But
Yeah.
I don't know. You know?
So then maybe they had a reason not to like her because she was like a snob at one point in her life.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I thought. Is like she was a snob.
Well, you're meeting them more than halfway.
I am meeting them more than halfway, and I do that a lot in life. You know, I do that. I feel like that's my job in life is meeting people more than halfway.
Did you like any of the cats?
Mr. Mistopheles was the best one. He looked not as frightening,
Yeah.
and he's magic, and I like magic, so I was like, I could fuck with Mr. Mistopheles, but
Part of the
everybody
reason
else,
why I think that worked is because he was all black, and then the
Yeah.
important areas were white.
Right.
So it's like when you're doing character design and stuff like that, you do
Yeah.
things like that. So
Yeah.
it's like you could track the hands, you can
Yeah.
track the feet, you track
His
this,
little- yeah.
It keeps your focus in the right places.
Right.
But obviously all the cats had to be completely different.
dude, there was so many cats that had tiger stripes and leopard
You
spots,
couldn't see
and
where
I'm like,
what began and what started. It was all just like sort of a mess of CG. at
well,
times.
it was just like, what the fuck? Like, these aren't like lions and tigers and shit. Like, these are house cats. Like, why the fuck does Taylor Swift have tiger stripes? Why the fuck does this girl, this white fucking main girl one, why does she have cheetah spots? Why? Like, is she a Bengal kitten, a white Bengal kitten? Because if she was a white Bengal kitten, she would not be out on the street.
No.
Okay? Like, she would be cost like over like $2,000 or something, you know? So, and like the other thing too that like I feel really bad for the actors and actresses in this and the dancers, or I guess I should say in theater people, is like they're so beautiful and well trained and they're moving so lithe. But like when you have CGI where they're also jumping up 20 feet in the air and going, then it's like all of their movements, like who cares?
Well, and also that
like-
the movements didn't look good.
No,
Like,
I know
they
the
were very-
CGI
a lot of the
movements were
jumping
like,
was,
oh
really
my god.
floaty. And it was funny seeing that after Star Wars. When, you know, it's not really fair to compare another studio's work to Industrial Light and Magic, but
Right.
like the thing about Star Wars was like all the action stuff. I was like, well, I'm really buying this. Like this
Yeah.
girl really looks, the physicality, all this stuff looks really believable.
Yeah.
Which is hard for girls when they're trying to make girls do stuff that makes them look really strong.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
But that all really
Sometimes it
worked.
doesn't
And all
work.
the jumping and stuff looked like really realistic. Like I
Yeah.
bought all of it. And then in Cats, whenever they would jump from one ledge to another or do something, it was very floaty. And
I know, it was like, woo, like whatever the
Yeah.
fuck. Like, it just didn't, there was no gravity.
right, like the way that
So then it's like, oh, all their movements, like it just lessens it.
And a lot of it was fake. So it's like they'd be dancing, but then they would do something would be completely CG. And
Look,
it was like, what's the point?
all I know is that a cat is not a dog. What? Nobody was saying that. Nobody said that the entire fucking movie. Where was that insinuated
But
anywhere?
Who's ever said that?
Who's ever said that? Who's ever said that? It was never brought up in the fucking thing. There was never a fucking dog even in the fucking movie. Why the fuck is this the catharsis? Why is this song the catharsis of this wackadoo fucking cocaine play? Like, I don't get it.
Who's ever said that in life?
This is really just theater kids given too much drugs and too much power And it just this is like, no, you know, that's, I don't know.
Well,
I've dealt with a lot of weird creatives in my life. I went to art school, you went to art school, you know, in high school and everything. It's just like there's different departments, there's different kids in each of these departments. Theater kids, whoa.
well, you know, and the thing is, it's like, it's
I mean, I love y'all, but like, damn, like y'all are fucking crazy. Like, oh
I mean,
my God.
You could see what happens when it goes to seed.
Ah,
But it's like, it's amazing that it got that far.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I thought, going into Cats, I thought, you know, I bet it's fine. It's probably the best version of Cats. Now, that's not saying much, but this could be the best version of whatever this thing is.
No, this is the worst version.
Well, but I thought...
This was literally the worst version of this.
Well, I thought, you know, it could be what the internet's just bullying it.
Yeah.
It's the fun thing to do. The internet's, oh, this thing is so
This
creepy,
thing
it's really not
sucks,
that bad.
Right.
Within the minute the first Cats came on screen, I was like, wow, this really doesn't work. This really is off-putting.
This is
really is that bad.
Gross.
Like, it really is that big of a misfire.
It's a huge misfire.
And it's amazing to me that, like, you know, because hundreds of people work on things like this.
Yeah.
So it's amazing that things can get this
thousands.
far.
I mean, like, even
The
1,000, you know?
yeah.
Like, even, you know, for animation and shit like this.
There's
like...
so many decisions. Like, there's like, it starts with, like, just an idea. And then a drawing, and then another drawing, another drawing, another drawing, and then a design, and then a sculpture. There's so many stops before you get to what's on the screen there. And it's amazing that, like, nobody
It's crazy.
realized that it wasn't working until it got in front of people.
Yeah.
Those kinds of things are fascinating.
You're dying. I'm sorry, but like, I drank some shit all wrong. I'm gonna die.
She swept away.
I just
cats.
died. You keep talking about cats.
Swept away by cats. This is what...
I'm dead.
I was a little worried that would happen.
All right, I'm back.
I was
Right.
well. I was worried that between the drugs and the drinking, and I was worried that, and the pageantry, like I was worried we'd all be swept away by cats.
Away. Oh my God.
Be taken by the movie and be swept away by
Oh
the
my
magic
God.
of it and never come back. Like a bad trip that's fueled by cats that
Right.
you never came back from.
Right.
Can you imagine?
Cat's Oz, you know?
What if
Jesus
you were
Christ.
stuck in that headspace? You know?
Oh my God. Well, I saw somebody asking earlier about
Cats is
the Cats
killing you.
Returned. You know, and the cat returns.
Wait a minute. There's a. Oh God, it's contagious.
I'm dying. I'm dying. I know.
There's a Cats
I would
too?
be. It'd be so embarrassing too.
There's
I'd be
a
like,
Cats
no.
too?
No. Somebody was asking about the Studio Ghibli, The Cat Returns.
Uh-huh.
And that's a better Cats movie.
Oh, I could.
If you're going to want to watch like a cat movie, go watch The Cat Returns.
I mean, a still picture of beans is a better Cats movie, and that was terrible. You know?
Yeah. Cats is literally killing them. I know. I don't know what's going on. I'm just coughing. I need a coughing fit, guys. Live. Watch what happens. Live. I get a coughing fit.
I think. Do you want to? You need to do your cat break because you.
Yeah, you were asleep through a
because
lot of
you
it.
were probably. But see, you were probably the best for it because you were the one that was neutral.
Right.
You didn't know anything about cats.
Right.
So I think Johnny C needs to get in the hot
Are you
seat.
going to tag team?
Yeah, because
We're going to tag team?
He needs an opinion from an impartial.
All right, we're tag teaming.
Because you already hated it,
Right.
and I was just sort of like, well, I think.
Well, I didn't already hate it. I just was like, this is going to be lame. And then I watched it. I was like, wow, this is just as terrible as I thought it was going to be, if not worse.
So, I obviously knew what it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The cats existed. It was about some cats in a junkyard.
Right.
Past that,
Cats in a junkyard.
I knew nothing.
That's it.
And how did that happen?
How did it happen?
How did that
I mean, they
happen?
put that on their for your consideration page. They took
How
it
did
off.
that happen?
They took it off. But somebody at one point put this on their for your consideration page thinking they were going to get an award for this. Thinking they were going to get an award for this.
Like, I
Wow.
wish, and I thought Rebel Wilson was the only, like, she came off looking the best.
Yeah.
Because she was like a buffoon
Right. She was just being a cartoon character.
in this fucking movie that no one else saw that was, like, happening.
I know all the theater kids were like so like self-serious about
Holy
it.
shit. She was like, nah, we're in
And she's
a
like,
cat-
no, this is like a
we're in a
dumb
cat movie.
This is a weird dumb movie, guys. And she was like her and Cat in the Hat, I feel like she would hang out.
She made it happen. Like, that was... Holy shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
No, you know what? It's like I don't like the don't go see cats. Yeah, I get, and I'm not one to. It's so bad, it's good. Like that is not my thing. But holy shit, is that a spectacle? Like, it's that bad.
You're like,
it's
fuck.
like,
What happened?
how did this?
What is this?
How did this happen?
What is this? How did this happen?
How did this happen? Like,
How did this happen?
And like something that
Is there more cocaine involved in this? Like, what
like
happened?
like whether or not you're into Broadway or not, whether or not you're into musicals, they took something that was an icon
Yeah.
in that world and just ran it through the shit. I don't know if
They
there's
made it look like the worst.
like I don't know
ever.
if there's like a comic book comparison, or it's like if they took like they made a movie about The Rock, you know, like The Rock's life story, but then they completely like shit the bed on it so bad, like, you know, like this is important, like, you know, and they took like a staple, a Broadway staple, and just shit all over it. Oh, please. Like more like
and shit all over it, man.
I don't know anything, but I know that thing. I know that Cats is a staple. I know that this like
No, this has
means something.
I've seen it, that stupid billboard, for my whole life. You know,
this
it's
means
like
something to Broadway people, and they shit on it. Like, it's so they're just like, you know what, Cats, fuck off.
fuck off, Cats, man. It was just,
Off.
I felt so bad for that girl. It's like introducing this new bitch, and it's like, that
can you
poor
imagine?
girl,
Like, I think
that
about
poor girl.
the phone
oh my
call.
god,
The phone call where she got that job, she was so happy.
crying, calling her
Like,
family,
yes,
calling her
I
lover,
fucking got it.
calling her friends,
I
her best
fucking
friend.
got it.
I got it. I'm gonna be the lead in Cats in this fucking movie. I'm gonna be a fucking movie star.
The
Fuck.
monkey paw, man.
Fuck.
Fucking monkey paw. She got it.
Yeah, she got it all right. Like, she got it all right. Thank God you can't tell what the fuck she actually looks like. You know, like, because she's so done up with all
And it's
the
crazy.
fucking
Her,
shit.
she looked the worst
Yeah.
in a movie full of bad cat CG. Like her,
Yeah.
the main one is the one
Right.
that looks the worst.
Right.
Like, how is that fucking possible?
And the whole time, she was just like,
Where's Mr. Meeksy's at? No, that's not his name. It's Mr. Mistopheles. That's like
the whole time. That was her the whole movie. And I wanted to
Mixoplex,
just like,
whatever the fuck
stop
that
talking.
guy's
Just
name
stop.
is.
Just stop it. Just stop it. Yeah. So, yeah. She's a ballerina, so she's fine if this... No, that's great. She's a ballerina.
she's danced.
She's a fucking great ballerina.
She danced
She's great.
super good and completely unnecessarily.
Right, and completely unnecessarily. She wasted her talent and her body on this
danced good
fucking
as
piece
fuck.
of shit movie, man. And good luck to her. Cheers to that bitch, man. Cheers,
Cheers.
to that bitch, because, like, that sucks, man. She got fucked over.
I didn't feel like you could even appreciate the dancing, honestly.
You couldn't. You couldn't even... That's what I'm saying. You couldn't even appreciate the dancing, because they're...
so many distractions visually that like you couldn't even.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You couldn't even really.
dude.
Did you already put up that picture of them in the green suits?
Hold on. Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me see. Let me go back to the close-up here. Which slideshow?
Like
Yeah.
thinking about that.
Right.
That on set, it was just that, like 5 or 6 of them.
Everybody's in these potato
all
sacks.
standing around in green suits on these green walls, being told, "No, man, it's gonna be cool.
You're gonna look great.
It's gonna,
This is looking
be
so
cool."
good. This is looking so good. And that's what they do to you. That's
Do you
what
trust
they
me?
do.
Do you trust me?
Do you trust me?
You trust me?
I'm gonna
It's
make you look so. You're gonna be a star.
You think we make something stupid? You think I'm gonna make
This
something
is
stupid?
this is
gonna
universal.
be-
This is
Cats.
We're spending $200 million or whatever the fuck. You know, like this is gonna be great. And you're just like, okay, you know, I don't know. This looks pretty fucking weird, but I guess you guys know what you're doing. And then they don't. And then they just drop the ball. And then you look like an asshole. You know, it's just like, I don't know. It's just like reminded me like when I did that Marvel Off the Rack show. And I looked terrible. My makeup looked awful. And everyone's like telling me how great I looked, you know? And I was just like, what? And then the lighting was terrible on me. And they like put up some fucking on Twitter one day. They were like, oh, check out Marvel's Off the Rack, and put up literally the worst picture of me on the internet. So bad so that trolls keep it and remind
That's the
me
one.
with it every few years on Twitter. This guy will be like, hey, remember this? You look like shit, you know? And I'm like, oh, I do look like shit in this photo, you know? And like, you really are trusting these people, and everyone really is telling you look great and you sound great, and you don't. And you can't trust these people. You just can't. This is why I'm independent. I don't trust motherfuckers because, like, they're going to make you look like an asshole. And, like, that's not what I'm trying to do. So.
My version of this movie will be skewed also because I spent so much of it, like, right in the zone. Mm-hmm. Like, between being asleep, just being high.
Oh, yeah, you were. I looked over, and you were, like, half asleep the whole time.
High, and just, like, I could hear what was going on and see what was happening a little bit.
Oh, my God.
And what was going on, and my shit was way better than
Dude,
what was
there's her Judi Dench's human ass hand right there. Fuck, with a fucking
with
wedding
the crazy
ring on.
seam.
You know, like, what the fuck, man? God, Idris Elba, like, he looked so fucked when he took off his jacket. It was so embarrassing.
This fellow,
it was.
What is this?
Oh, I don't even know what that gray cat's name, but he was super lame. The worst, dude. That guy, I hate him. Like, I don't have to know anything about him. Just watching this movie, I'm like, that guy sucks. I don't want anything to do with him. He's annoying. I can just tell. You know,
like he's like the bad guy in a shitty rom-com.
Yeah, he's like that '80s shitty boyfriend who's like, oh, what Val dude can touch me? You know, like, yeah, he's that guy for sure. Is that Beans? Did Beans finally come up here? She's like, oh, you guys talking shit about me? What are you talking? We're not talking about you, Bean. You're not a Jellicle cat. You're a beautiful cat. You don't need that shit. She's like, my life's great. I don't need to go anywhere. Like, I'm fine. Beans doesn't have to compete.
I want to live.
I know. I want to live. I want to live. I like my mom. I like where I live. I want to keep living. I want to keep living. Fucking bananas. Beans is not a Jellicle or whatever. Beans is the best. That's what she is. Beans the movie. Yeah. Well, all right, kids. We're gonna take a quick go see it.
Go see Cats.
Go see it. Go
Dude,
see it again.
You know what I liked? I liked that we
Get
could
real
feel
ripped and go see it.
There was times where you could feel, because there was a lot of people in the theater. Like, considering it wasn't like
there was people there.
There
was people fucking there. It was,
and you could feel at times like the whole crowd joining in the absurdity of this. Where it was like you could feel the energy of, holy shit, this is ridiculous. But there was a point where I felt everybody get angry together too, where it was like, are you fucking kidding me?
At the end?
Or just towards the end when it started to get into where it was like, how dare you make this movie? Because I felt like for the 2/3 of it, everybody was kind of like together and they're like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, looking at each other, looking like, do you see this fucking nonsense that's up here? Like, yeah, I'm here too, seeing this fucking bullshit. Yes. And then about 2/3, everyone's like, no! You know, like, no! Like, no! Are you fucking kidding me?
Do not
No, how dare you?
How dare you?
It was...
How dare you?
How dare you?
Remember when it was over, no one got up?
Yeah, everybody was just kind of dazed. Everybody was just kind of like
shell-shocked.
Because we were in those chairs that lay back too. So because we went to the because I was like, if I'm gonna do 2 fucking movies on drugs, I need to lay the fuck down. Okay, I'm gonna lay the fuck down, and I did, and it was great. And everyone was just at the end of the movie
so that's it, huh? We did that, cool.
All
man.
right, you know, I mean, there was still when we walked out, there was still people just looked like they didn't know what happened.
It's like someone's gonna pop up and be like, just kidding. Like, that's the end of the movie. Like, just kidding, man. Here's the real movie.
Here's your money back.
Here's the real movie.
Did anyone walk out? I didn't notice anybody walk out or anything.
People were
I didn't
there.
notice that.
People were there for it to be bad. Like, they
Yeah.
were one. There was nobody there thinking like, all right, I can't wait to see this.
I
good
can't
movie,
wait, dude.
you know?
I can't wait. No, I think there was one. I think there was a couple people there that were there for it for
They
real.
had done the play in high school. Or still
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I know.
I was talking to a friend of mine, my friend Rob, who dressed up like Rum Tum Tugger when they were a kid, you know, and they love cats, admittedly, but they hadn't seen this, and they said that this looked terrible to them. I was like, okay, good, but then I was asking them, I was like, I told them, I was like, I saw Cats, and I was like, it was terrible. And they were telling me that their ex was like, oh, Susie loved it, blah, blah. I was like, don't listen, dude. That's not, don't listen to her. I'm sorry, don't listen to your ex. There's a reason you guys broke up. Don't, but I don't know, maybe they would love it. I don't know, but I was like.
I mean, good for you. If you could go to that movie and you were stoked on it,
I know that there's one person who was stoked on it, but she was also on Molly, they said. They said that she was on Molly. So I was like, you can't listen to someone on Molly tell you about a movie.
I got beat up.
You can listen to someone on mushrooms tell you about a movie, but you can't listen to somebody
I got beat up on Molly. It was the greatest day of my life. What do you mean? Get out of here.
Right? Like, but everything's great on Molly. Yeah. I mean, like, everything isn't great on mushrooms. You know, like, you have a lifted experience, but, like, if something's stupid, you're like, this is stupid.
Like, oh no.
Like,
this is stupid.
like, oh no. Like, with Molly, you're like, I love everybody, and everything feels so good. And it's just, so it's like, I don't trust someone on Molly to give me a fucking movie review. I would trust someone on mushrooms to give me a movie review, depending on how many mushrooms they're on. If they're, like, tripping balls, then no. But if they're just, like, I was just lightly, like, I was, like, tripping in public tripping.
Right.
Like, I'm like, I have to be a person. I can't, you know, I'm not trying to, like, have a spiritual experience right now, you know? So, yeah, I'm just, you know, just dabbling. So let's take a quick break, and we'll be back in, like, 5 minutes or so, and then we are going to discuss the Star War. I've got so many thoughts. Johnny C., you've got thoughts. Josh has got thoughts. Honestly, I think that we should try to set it up for all three of us and, like, kind of try to smush in here for the Star Wars. Yeah, but I want your snide commentary. It's too good, you know?
Okay, but I'm not kidding you. I mean, I felt positive about it.
Well, that's great. No, I want to hear that too.
Hear
like,
that.
that's good. Let's hear that. Like, we don't have to just talk shit about it. We can talk about good stuff about it.
About.
There's plenty of good to talk about it. I'm not here just to bash it. That's another thing. I'm not here just to shit talk it. I'm here to tell you about the things that I liked about it, the things I'm frustrated with it, the things that did suck, but the things that were really fucking great, the things that could have been great. Like, you know, I know that I have a long storied past history with fucking Star Wars. But I've really, as I've, I don't know, let go of a lot of things in my life, I don't hate it. You know, I don't hate for it. Like, I'm just kind of like, hey, there's really fun things about it, but there's also, like, they're fucking up for sure.
There's the reality of the situation.
Yeah, there's the reality of the situation, but, like, I'm at a place right now where I'm like, okay, you know, Star Wars.
Okay.
Whatever.
Star Wars.
Okay. I'm not like, oh, I love it. But there are aspects of it that I appreciate and enjoy. So we will be right back. Give us like 5-10 minutes or so and take a little bathroom break. And then we're going to talk all about the Star War.